The Jaguars may have won 4 in a row, but they have yet to beat a team this season with a winning record. There is the caveat. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz and NFL.com's Pat Kirwan with you, breaking down the Monday Nighter. Undefeated Indianapolis at Jacksonville, 4-1 on the season. And, Pat, maybe that's the reason that people aren't putting the Jaguars as one of those elite teams. They haven't beaten the best so far this season in the NFL. But if we look at last year's game, the Jaguars always give Indianapolis problems. But last year's game in Jacksonville, everyone remembers that the Jags ran for 375 yards on the Colts defense. It's a different Colts D, but Jones, Drew, and Fred Taylor are both playing very well. Do they have big games?
They can have big games, but I think you're looking at a Peyton Manning that lost all of his divisional road games last year. He's taking care of that business. They're addressing that issue one team at a time. Now he's up to Jacksonville. They're going to come in there, in my opinion, and attack with the passing game. Now, I'll give you this. Manning last year, 1 touchdown and 81 pass attempts against Jacksonville. The question is why? It's because Peyton Manning loves to throw from the pocket. He wants to step up into the pocket. The problem when you play Jacksonville is Stroud and Henderson are pushing the pocket towards him. He eventually has to move his feet and escape, and Peyton Manning is not the same player when he gets out of the pocket.
He gets Joseph Adai back this week. He gets Marvin Harrison because Indianapolis also coming off the bye. How does that help in this game against Jacksonville with everything you just said about the Jags defense?
Well, I think when you look at the running game for the Colts, what you're really talking about is, when do you want me to run the ball? That's the only question Peyton Manning asks himself going to the line of scrimmage. They don't force the run on you. If you show him pass coverage reads, he's going to check to the run. Now, the Jaguars might want to bait them into that, knowing that Henderson and Stroud and those other guys they have up front are good against the run without safety support. So the real test becomes, okay, I see you 7 in the box. My brain's telling me to check to the run, but I'm going to take some shots at you downfield. That's where I think he's going to be different this year, going to take more shots like that.
Let's talk about the Jaguars' offense and the shots that they've taken. David Garrard has done I think the best way to describe it is he's been very efficient, and he's managed the offense. He has yet to throw an interception on the season, and that's been very key for Jacksonville. But now, is that enough against the Colts to just manage the game?
It's a great question, Jason. It is a great question. Yes, he hasn't been thrown an interception, but he's been sacked 15 times. What he's done is what the defensive-minded head coach has always wanted. Please don't give the ball back to them. Even if we have to punt, we'll play the field position game. That works against good football teams. But when you're against a great football team, that field position means nothing to Peyton Manning. He'll throw from his own 1-yard line if he feels like it. He does not feel restricted by where he is on the field. So I think you're going to have to make plays. That's what David Garrard's going to have to do. I look at that receiver core and I ask this question: who's the playmaker? Don't see one over there.
It's not any of the first-round draft picks they have, because Matt Jones drops balls, Reggie Williams drops balls. The best guy they have is one of the guys they haven't drafted, and that's Dennis Northcutt. He's had a big season for Jacksonville. We'll see if he comes up big. Folks, let's throw all those numbers, all that information into a computer 10,000 times. Let's get 10,000 results. It's the AccuScore prediction, and here's what it has for the Monday Nighter. Mathematically, the Jaguars are the favorite. Remember, no human element, just mathematics. 51% to 48%. It's a toss-up here, Pat. Give me the human element. Break the tie.
The human element to me is that Peyton Manning knows if he wants home field advantage and get back to the Super Bowl, he can't lose these kind of games. I've loved the way they've played on the road. I'll give you this. They scored 26 points on the road and 37 at home. So that margin is a problem. Jacksonville could hang around in this game, but I'd see this game being a low-scoring, under 21 points, 17-14 field goal by the Colts to win it.
I agree. I think Indianapolis wins it. And you know what? We both know that I like statistics. I like numbers. The Colts are trying to get to 6-0 for the 3rd straight year. They would be just the 3rd team in NFL history to do that 3 straight years. The Rams from 99 to 2001 with Kurt Warner, they did that. Green Bay from 1929 to 1931, they did that. We'll see if the Colts can join history. Monday night, kicking it off at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And for more on this game or anything else, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com and watch everything all over the CBS Audience Network. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. It should be a very good football game. Take care, folks.